I guess it all starts with a friend of mine coming up to me recently and asking me if I saw what happened in Australia, and I was like, no, I didn't. And then we start talking about the weather and how it's pretty much crazy in the past few months, and I guess that this is something that a lot of people have been noticing lately. Your mom, your dad, your cats, everyone's noticing it.
Minecraft sun. It looks like a digitized sun. Does anyone else? Does the sun look like this to anyone else? This is not the sun. I am 41 years old. I've never seen the sun look like this.
And then you got this situation where it's freezing cold, snowing in one day, and then it's super freaking hot in the other. And you got snow in Florida, and you got this crazy fog all over the world.
This is the wildest thing.
Question for you. Is everybody having the same weather? This grey, miserable weather?
Now we have this bizarre situation going on in Australia.
Man, this car's lucky.
But the question is, what does the weather have to do with the mysterious alien orbs and drones that we were seeing? And also, what does it have to do with the mysterious fog that people were seeing all over the world?
Olha que loucura, a cidade está sendo engolida por nevoeiro.
Okay, so explain this. I wake up this morning and my car is completely covered in mud, like it rained mud or something.
So as I deep dive into this bizarre rabbit hole, and trust me, this is a very strange one, I came across a series of bizarre connections between the weather, aliens, and everything that is going on right now, including what's happening in Australia.
Did you see that? Yeah. Come on, Max, you see that?
What the f is that cloud there?
These installations have a very eerie similarity to Tesla coils.
Before we begin, I'd like to say that some of the things in this video that are presented are theories. So let's deep dive into this bizarre rabbit hole. But first, let's start with the basic. Let's first start with Cyclone Alfred, which will cost around $1.2 billion in damage. By last Thursday, 44,000 insurance claims had been lodged. That's bad. So this is the cyclone's path. And here, it abruptly changes perfectly towards Brisbane. Kind of weird. Let's see. So this was recorded by Lambo Trophy Wife on March 6th, and this was before Cyclone Alfred had reached Surfer's Paradise. You can actually hear the wind. Not sure if I would stay there, up there. This is the next day.
The leak has gotten worse. I don't know what to do. My whole apartment's gonna get flooded.
This is a video of how Surfer's Paradise was before the cyclone. And then this is a video of how it is, or how it looks after. And this is a drone footage. It shows quite well what happened. And we can clearly see the damage that the cyclone did. So this is how the beach looks right now. And one says, unfortunately, the Gold Coast was destroyed. Well, it didn't stop the Aussies from surfing. Yeah, but the question is, and this is what a lot of people are asking on the internet right now, was Cyclone Alfred a natural event or artificially made? Now I found this very interesting comment over here from Bustwana. So he says, this is because we removed the mangroves in the 60s. It's our own fault and happens far more often than you think. So he's saying that the erosion was caused because we removed a bunch of trees from the coastline. So technically, it's kind of artificial. Let's take a look at this. So I found a bunch of documents stating how the shore protection is done by vegetation. But I also found this information. However, vegetation is not usually strong enough to prevent beach and dune erosion under extreme storm conditions, which I guess is the case. So I'm not so sure that the mangroves would have stopped the erosion, but they would have helped, that's for sure. But what about the storm's path? Oh my, so here we go. We have like a bunch of videos from Angie Quantum. Let's take a look at this. Crazy turn toward mainland. So this is Cyclone Alfred, and then changes completely. Look at that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Chinese warships off of Australia's east coast the week before Cyclone Alfred. How weird is that? Very big coincidence, isn't it? There's also the fact that there's a bunch of shady fires breaking out on rooftops in Surfer's Paradise right now. No one knows why this is happening. And there's also this very strange video that was captured by Troy82 Woodward on New Year's Eve in Surfer's Paradise of this mysterious anomaly in the sky. Pay close attention. I'm going to try to zoom in so you can see it better. Right now, look at that. What the heck is that? That was on New Year's Eve. Let me replay the video so you can see it better. Looks like one of those drones or orbs that we were seeing in December, right? Also coming in from Australia on March 9th, this very strange video which I do not know the origin. Look at this. Now, I'm not sure if this is the real deal. It looks as if it could be something that's just hanging there. So someone says it looks like the ship from Arrival, looks like a Raptor engine. Another one looks like a bunch of recent sightings, I have to agree. Someone thinks it's CGI or thrust vectoring drone. Yeah, we would need to see more of this video to actually make sure that this is the real deal. So it seems that there's something going on in Surfer's Paradise, and it's not just in Surfer's Paradise. So it seems that we have a weird pattern here. First we have these orbs or drones or whatever you want to call it. And then you have this chemical fog. And then after that you have some sort of weather anomaly, be it fire, cyclones. This brings me directly to this interview with this supposed alien called the Lacerta files. We're going to be taking a look at it because it actually explains everything that's going on right now, even though it's very far-fetched. But the thing is, if there's any truth to this, there should be more evidence that this cyclone is possibly manipulated or unnatural. And looking deeper into it, I found something. Posted by Mystical Moose.
Cyclone. Looking at our radar imagery, we can see bands of showers and thunderstorms already starting to wrap around that cyclone system. We've seen fairly moderate rainfall totals in the past 24 hours, but over the coming days, rain will only increase as the system nears. Our tropical cyclone warning extends from cyclone.
Wow.
Looking at our radar imagery, we can see bands of showers and thunderstorms already starting to wrap around.
You gotta be kidding me. This could be like a glitch on the animation or some sort of anomaly on camera. Except for the fact that there was this other profile, Melon Helen 84, she got the same thing, or what appears to be the same thing, some sort of anomaly on the clouds in the satellite imagery. Okay, so, alright. Cyclone Alfred. What is that? What in the world is that? This is the precise moment that the cyclone abruptly changes path towards Australia. That can't be a coincidence. So there's this other video that appears to show what seems to be like a laser beam being directed at the cyclone before it changes path, and then there's this one. Now I'm thinking here, and this is just a theory, so we had Chinese boats circling Australia on the east coast. I don't know about that, that's strange. Then we have this supposed laser beam directed towards the cyclone, which was weird, and an anomaly caught on satellite imagery. So there should be some sort of anomaly caught on camera by people that were in Australia during the cyclone.
The f is that cloud there?
Whoa, what do we have here?
Yeah, cloud doesn't look normal.
Yeah.
Does it? Looks like it's some sort of secret weapon.
Well, yeah, that's strange.
What are they doing to us? It's like some government experiment. It's like some sort of cannon that's flying out.
That's really weird. One heck of a video. He's talking about, I guess, he's talking about this cloud, this funnel cloud. It looks like a tornado is about to form. And he's possibly talking about the lightning that is every single second you see lightning. And then you got this video coming in from Paris Jacobson 1 week ago. This was, I think, just after right after the cyclone.
Anxiety, snow. Feeling quietly, trying to silence.
Is that snow?
Get off of me, somebody's watching me.
I don't think so. I think that's foam. Look at the windshield. Does anyone know if it's actually snowed in the Gold Coast? And then you got videos like this one that was caught by Elfie the cat.
Man, this car is so lucky. It's like guttering from the building across the road.
Oh my. What happened here is like, did that tree actually travel across that building?
Man, this car is so lucky.
What? Oh, that's not a tree. So this is where things get really strange in Australia. First we had these Chinese warships close to the east coast, and then we had this cyclone that changes path abruptly with these videos and anomalies going on. And then we have other videos from people in Australia that capture strange things. It's as if there's something off, and then little by little, other strange things start popping up all over Australia. So one day after the cyclone, this guy here captures this anomaly in the Victorian coastline. Look at this. The water, the ocean water, is completely gone. Look at that. The ocean receded completely. Could be just a coincidence, right? Maybe it's something that happens when we have cyclones, but then some days later, this happens. The next day, another similar event happens, but this time at a McDonald's. What's going on in Surfer's Paradise? So we have one thing after the other going on in Australia in the past couple of weeks? What's going on? Is this just a coincidence? So before we take a look and deep dive into possible explanations, the alien interview, and other anomalies, let's take a look into other things that are happening all over the world. From Tiffany Beth, this is in 2023 and has something to do with the snow. Let's take a look at this.
I grew up in Illinois. I've never seen snow like this. Like where it's like perfect little foam balls.
That's weird.
The weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, it is.
They're like perfect little foam balls.
Actually, it looks like foam.
Right? 2023.
Yeah, that's really weird. Let's take a look at this. So this is coming in from the Weather Channel, but the original source is Marcia Henke Mitchell.
In Michigan, the sun melted all the snow, except for the trees cast the shadows.
Now, if this is not an art project, this is really weird. Look at that. I mean, like, wow. Jenny says, I've never seen this happen before and I'm 62 years old. Coming in from Caitlin Paris 2 days ago in Illinois. Let's take a look at this.
See that? Isn't that weird?
Wow. That's most likely a transformer blowing up, but still. And according to her, this was the loudest hail and thunderstorm they have ever seen in their life. It's captured by Demi on March 7th, just a couple of days ago. This is in Tijuana. Holy crap. Oh my god.
Pero eso allá en la ciudad, no sé qué es. ¿Dónde? ¿Ya? ¿Lo lavaste?
Ya.
Wow, that's wild. Very similar pattern to what we just saw in Illinois. Shinny says it was super strange. We noticed it too. So people think it was very strange because it was too quick. And then there's videos like this one posted by Dana916 March 3rd, 2023 in Morocco.
سبحان الله طازة هسينو يثبت شغل من الملعب سبحان الله طازة.
Some people would say that this is like some sort of alien ship posing as a cloud. And of course, this is ridiculous to think, isn't it? There's also this one. The cloud name is Undulados Esperados. It's a thick layer of turbulent clouds that usually occur below 7,000 feet. The clouds typically form ahead of a big storm. It is a new cloud category. Just to make sure you heard that right, it is a new cloud category. That's not the only new cloud category there is. There's a bunch of others like this one, for instance. Now, together with these new cloud formations, there's also other types of phenomena that had never been observed by anyone else. And it kind of started happening back in the 2000s. Weird, isn't it?
Look at it moving. See the light in the clouds?
There is a bunch of videos when it comes to these strange things going on in the sky. Yeah, actually, let's take a look at this. A ground flash is a rarely observed phenomenon caused by the effect of atmospheric electrical fluctuations on the alignment of ice crystals. Interesting, right? Electrical fluctuations seems like the best explanation given by the MIB to avoid explaining aliens. I'm just kidding. There's this really crazy video coming in from Nathan and me, also posted in 2023. I guess this year a lot of people were noticing strange things about the snow. Let's take a look at this.
Our power is out. It snowed. We're on a snow day, but we're trying to put this fire out. So we keep putting snow in here, but it just doesn't melt.
That's taking too long to melt, isn't it?
I feel like snow should melt faster than this with a direct flame under it. And before when we did it, the flame turned blue. Okay, close it and then we'll open it again.
Wow, it's still there.
Our snow is getting scorched.
Okay, so let's just say that there's something in the snow or in the fog or something like that. Is there any evidence?
Okay. Calling in all reinforcements. Need your help on this one. My friend who lives in East Texas woke up today and this is what was in her pool.
Searching for more evidence on this, the only thing I could find was this 1950s Operation Sea Spray, but that was back in the 1950s. So this kind of reminds me of a video that was posted recently. Droney Drone on December last year flew over the fog and recorded what appears to be the source of it. So someone noticed these things above the fog. Look at that. All over. Like, look at that. But if this is a thing, and there's something in the fog, in the rain, and the snow, there should be more videos of it. So in 1994, residents of Oakville reported that a clear gelatinous substance had rained down in the night. Dozens of people got sick. From 7 Club posted just recently on March 7th.
So explain this. I wake up this morning and my car is completely covered in mud, like it rained mud or something. And I was thinking, oh, well, maybe someone peeled out next to my car or something like that. And look, I'm at the vape shop.
Wow.
And her car's covered in it too. And she says she talked to all these people, and everyone in my area woke up this morning and their cars were just covered in this, whatever this
Okay, that's strange.
It looks like mud, but whatever it rained last night is just mud rain or something. What are they putting in the clouds? What are they seeding the clouds with to make this? And it's on every vehicle around this whole area that I'm at.
Well,
what in the world is this?
It could be pollution. Some people in the comments saying it's pollen. It's winter, it's not pollen. If you get it tested, I can almost guarantee that it's aluminum barium. So it was from a dust storm that Texas had just the day before the rain mixed with it. That's possible. On Tuesday, March 4th, a giant dust storm came into central Texas. So it's possible. It could be the dust storm. It could be just dust. Unless, of course, if he's not in Texas or close by. Let's take a look at the license plates. Arizona. So the license plate appears to be from Arizona, so yeah, he's in Texas, so it could be from the dust storm. But then there's videos like this one captured on February 14th.
Diana 226, proceed direct to Baden. Baden. 1416, proceed direct.
What in the world is that above the clouds?
Italia 5, Foxtrot Uniform, contact Milano Radar 133.740, ciao. 33740, ciao, Italia 5 Foxtrot.
There's also this other very bizarre anomaly posted on December 24, 2024, this last year, in East Jackson, Mississippi. And it says, around 8 p.m., this tornado monitoring live stream captured an anomalous phenomenon where orbs appear and then disperse in formation. Now, this is one heck of a video. Let's take a look at this.
Does anybody know if Brandon or Corey are out there?
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Bro. Come on, Max. You see that? They found it. Look at that.
So unless these are not lens flares, these are possibly the alien orbs that we were seeing in the sky in December, and the video was recorded on December 28th. It's very similar to what we see in Surfer's Paradise in Australia on December 29th. It's likely in many other places also. Like this video posted just recently of what's supposed to be this bizarre anomaly in Austria. Look at that. It's too much of a coincidence that we have these orbs and drones flying all over the world in December, January, and then we have the fog, snow in Florida, mysterious weather anomalies, and that sort of stuff. So this brings me to this very strange interview with a supposed alien called the Lacerta files. Could there be any crazy connection? Let's find out. This is one website that has this interview, and I summarized it on ChatGPT just to make it easier. The Lacerta Files is a document claiming to record an alleged interview conducted in Sweden in 1999 with a female lizard people called Lacerta. According to the text, Lacerta belonged to a species living underground, known as Terrans or original Earth inhabitants. So this interview is really long. There's simple questions like, can you tell me your name? How old are you? And there are complex questions like, where can we find such a surface near entry to your world? There's also questions like, how many alien species are active on Earth at the moment? And the answer is 14. And apparently these 14 alien species are not in agreement with one another, and we are in the middle of a very big disagreement between these alien species. And in one certain question, and this is more towards the end of the file, so I would suggest that you read this interview, she states, so she says that this disagreement can be fought on various levels. One possibility that they have is the destruction of our social system by influence of our leaders. Another is the use of advanced weapon systems which can cause quakes, volcanic eruptions, and other types of things like the weather. And she says that it may seem natural to us. Goes in line with the things that we are seeing in December and January with the orbs and drones and these bunch of crazy stuff with the weather and the alien disclosure and the year of 2027 when it comes to Louis Elizondo and many others who mentioned this year being a very important one.
And I would say I've heard 2027 in a kind of an official capacity I can't reveal. So I think I would say that people in the government are aware of something happening and that there's limited time, a few more years to prepare the people, and that's what's ramping up this acceleration from the previous 7 decades of not even acknowledging it to now we are acknowledging it at a faster and faster pace.
So some questions are aliens actually messing up with the weather? Could it be that the clouds that we're seeing in the sky that are considered new types of clouds are actually evidence of such a thing? And what types of machine can actually interfere with the weather like this on a global scale? So I found a video of people who come across this very big machine in the middle of nowhere in Russia, and they don't know what it's for. But it appears to be some sort of Tesla coil. Pay very close attention.
Look at this guy, guys. Crazy place. Crazy place.
The towers sit on top of giant tanks of viscous liquid.
That is water and cooling oil. Wires are running over into this control building.
If this is a military facility, it's one with a highly unusual purpose.
If you get a good look at these towers, they appear to be like weird high voltage equipment.
These installations have a very eerie similarity to Tesla coils, but why would they be built out in the middle of nowhere in Russia?
So those machines are not your typical Tesla coils. Those are something else, but it looks like a Tesla coil. That's kind of weird. So I'm thinking there should be other types of machines that can maybe control the weather. A bunch of patents to control the weather. So this guy, for example, a patent for a hurricane and tornado control device. And like, this is wild. There's a bunch of these. These are the patents. It's kind of impressive how there's a bunch of them. Once again, these are just theories. Most of these patents are just patents. They're not functioning machines. But then again, you have Tesla in the 1800s coming up with technology that sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. Thinking about the ground flashes anomaly that we just saw previously in this video and the Tesla coil. Yes, but only locally and temporarily. So these Tesla coils, they could maybe alter and cause these ground flashes that we just saw. But they would need to be very close to the anomaly itself. Like for instance, in a drone or something like that. Well, let me make this very clear. This is just a theory and a very crazy one, but I want to know your thoughts. So we have 3 possibilities here when it comes to the crazy weather. Humans have changed the surface of the planet so much with pollution, landscape, and everything that we're doing with the erosions, removing trees and all that. Nature is responding heavily. The second possibility is we have developed such systems based on what Nikola Tesla had and what we may have now, that we can control certain things about the weather. And 3, aliens might actually be interfering in the weather. We have absolutely no knowledge of such a thing, but I guess that if alien disclosure happens in the near future, we will possibly know. So I want to know your thoughts. What do you think is going on here? Leave a comment and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and I'll see you guys again.